Warning, this is a family-friendly radio. Children of all ages are welcome to participate.
This is my grandpa's geocaching talk show. And now for our latest news.
Okay, and welcome to episode 20 of Hiker James After Cache with Hiker James as your host and Crazycritter1966 as the co-host now.
Ha ha ha.
Okay. Well, we didn't do any geocaching this week because of what?
Because one, it's been way too cold, and two, we're still trying to pack up for our move.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing a lot of packing. And so, since we didn't have really any news stories to talk about, I decided, and she agreed, okay, to talk about the Geocacher's Creed. I don't know if anybody's ever looked that up on geocaching.com, but they do have a Geocacher's Creed on there for safe, legal, and ethical. And it's got 7 different points here. When placing or seeking a geocache, I will not endanger myself or others, observe all laws and rules of the area, respect property rights and seek permission when appropriate, avoid causing disruptions or public alarm, minimize my and others' impact on the environment, be considerate of others, and protect the integrity of the game pieces. And I've seen every one of them rules broken.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them broken myself.
So we're going to kind of go through that and see how it turns out. So it gives us something to talk about for this episode. Okay, so number 1, not endanger myself or others. Like any outdoor activity, geocaching involves some inherent risk, and many geocachers enjoy manageable risk. Minimize inordinate risk. Okay, this might be a little hard to describe some of this, but when creating a cache, describe any hidden dangers and, if possible, arrange to hunt to minimize these dangers. When seeking a cache, know your limitations and be aware of your surroundings. Don't attempt anything beyond your abilities. A cache you own or one you'd traded out of could be found by children or even a prisoner work crew. Consider the location of the cache and those likely to find it when deciding what to leave as a trade item. Okay, so what it's saying there is quite a bit. So, looks like you're lost on that one.
There's a lot to think about there.
Yeah, there is. So, more or less, be careful what you put in a cache because of children.
No razor blades, no drugs,
no
stuff
knives,
like that, right?
No pornography.
Oh, please, yes, no. I don't care to find that kind of stuff.
Just think about what it is you're putting in there. Yeah, like that one. I found that one time down in Kentucky at a rest area. There was a crack pipe in it.
Yes, there was.
And
there was one with a condom in it.
Yeah. This is a family-friendly radio show.
but the caches aren't always so family-friendly.
That's right. And that's what we want to try to get across to some people, that even though you might not think that there's anything wrong with it, think about the ones that are finding it.
Especially the kids.
Right. I mean, we're trying to get we're trying to get this show out to children of all ages and adults and elderly.
There's been people in their 70s and 80s
Right.
out there.
Yeah, and they're enjoying it, and wouldn't want it to be ruined for them because of what you think might be what you might think would be
A good cache.
a good cache.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and number 2 is observe all laws and rules of the area. Don't break the law or rules of an area or encourage others to do so when placing or seeking a cache. Don't leave illegal items in a cache.
Which we just talked about, the drugs and the stuff like that.
Yeah, we just did that. The laws and rules, it's like say parks or bike trails. They've got hours. The bike trail closes at dawn. Parks close at 10. Different rules.
Don't be trying to sneak in after hours.
Yeah, unless it's in a place where there's no set hours. Even in the night caches, people will put out a night cache and they're not thinking that if it's in a park or somewhere, nobody's allowed to go in there and find it at night. So what good does it do to have a night cache there?
True.
So you're taking a chance of getting yourself a fine for it. So let's watch that. Respect property rights and seek permission where appropriate. Now, how many times have we seen, the owner says it's okay? Is it?
We've walked into places where the owners had no idea that the cache was even there.
Yeah. And they frown on that. Check if permission is required before placing a cache on private property. Well, that should be already decidable thing there.
That should be a common sense thing.
Yeah. Respect the landowner's wishes. Check if public land has a geocaching policy and respect existing policies. Yeah, there's a lot of public land too that you might not be allowed to do that.
That's true.
Because even public land is owned by somebody.
That's true.
Okay. Promptly remove your cache if the land management or steward ask. And that's. I don't know if I've not heard of anybody doing that.
I haven't.
Now, if somebody's got you got permission to put a cache on somebody's property, and somebody starts tearing the fence down, going over the fence instead of walking through the gate, and the owner says, I'd like to have you remove that, remove it. You could even maybe ask him if it'd be all right to put it on this side of the fence and let people know that there's no need to go past the fence.
Yeah.
So that would help, and it would just move your geocache probably just a little bit. Do not damage or interfere with the function of buildings, structures, or signage.
Now, I have heard of one place in particular, I cannot remember where it was, but they had the little picnic area, and they had it up underneath I don't even know what you call it.
The awning or the eave or
right, and
whatever.
they tore that thing apart 3 or 4 times, and they finally had to get it removed. Because people kept tearing it up, looking for the cache.
I see where people have taken light covers off and lose a screw or whatever, and they just walk away and leave it dangling there. They don't have any respect for
People's property.
the property or the game itself.
No, they don't.
Okay, avoid causing disruptions or public alarm. That sounds like a bomb threat.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, it says don't place a cache near school or government buildings unless the administration and staff are fully aware of the placement. Now, geocaching.com won't even allow it if it's within, I think, 500 feet or of a railroad track. I believe that's 500 feet, maybe 300. And if the school is visible You have to check that out and see what the rules are. They got so many rules up there on geocaching.com that you really need to look it over, because there, if you put it on the page wrong, when you go to submit the cache and they see it, they sure will let you know where to find their little rules at. But yeah, that's there's more to it than just tromping through the woods and things like that. But it says use caution where children play. Parents are understandably concerned when strangers are near their children.
I can understand that well.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine somebody walking around, just kind of like looking behind their shoulder and looking over their back and everything, approaching children at a playground or something, looking for a geocache? I mean, it's a harmless thing that they're doing, but to the children, it's just a little scary. And then when the parents see it, ooh.
The parents get really upset fast.
They sure do. Don't place a cache near critical infrastructure that might be considered a terrorist target, or create a cache that could be mistaken for a terrorist device, like a pipe bomb. Boom, boom. There's been a lot of them out there where they've had to take the little robot and dig it out of the tree and
explode them.
They blow it up just to make sure that that's all it was a geocache.
Don't take a pipe, put a cap on it, and let little wires dangle out of it like some people do.
Yeah, one geocache. I think what that was a wire to hold it up in a tree limb or something. I
believe it was, but to a bomb squad, that looks suspicious.
They're looking at it from a distance.
They are.
They're surely not walking right up to it and say, what's this? What happened I pulled this cap off?
No, I don't think they want to do that, because you never know.
Minimize my and others' impact on the environment. Follow, leave no trace ethics whenever possible. Okay, so that's one to follow. Leave no trace ethics whenever possible. So what it's saying, don't bushwhack your way into a rose garden.
Good idea.
Don't tear up a rose garden, or if you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's what do you call them, thorns and stuff like that. Yeah, I can see maybe mashing them down or getting them out of your way, but you still, if you start chopping them all down and everything, you're still disrupting the, the ethics.
Another idea, if you're carrying water with you or something and you're finished with it, don't just throw your trash down on the ground.
Right. We've seen a lot of that.
Yes, we have. Just carry it back to the car. It's real easy to do.
Yep. I know some people, they just carry the bottle with them, but carry like a pill bottle. Take you a bag from your local grocery store, plastic bag, wrap it up in a roll and shove it down in that pill bottle and just stick it in your shirt pocket.
There you go.
Then it's easy. Just when you get done with all your trash and stuff, just take that out. Because sometimes we'll get something to drink and we'll find 3 or 4 caches before we finish our drink, or candy bar, or whatever we take with us. So all you got to do is just take that plastic bag out of the pill bottle and throw your trash in it, and then just loop it through your belt loop or something, and just tie a half a tie knot where it won't fall off.
Good idea.
Don't make a full knot out of it, because you'll be cutting it loose.
Oh boy.
Oh, all right. Let's see. When seeking a cache, practice lift, look, and replace. Put all stones or logs back where you found them. Leave the area as you found it, or better. And like picking up the litter. That's another reason why you should carry a trash bag too, to pick up somebody else's trash. But maybe one of these days some of the people will get the idea that, it looks bad.
No, we went to a few places that had so much trash everywhere, it was just unreal.
A lot of that, couple places though that was all it was just a trash pile to start with, and people hid the geocaches in there, and that is one rough way to look for a geocache.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Wow. Afraid to pick up anything. Carry a pair of them latex gloves or a pair of gardening gloves. That's always handy because you never know, you might pick up something that's got something on it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want. You're out there. You don't think to take hand wipes or the germ sanitizer. So do that, and you'll have a fun, safe trip of geocaching. Obtain the best possible coordinates for your cache to reduce unwanted wear on the area. Recheck and correct your coordinates if finders report significant errors. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. How many times I walked around in a circle because my GPS kept throwing me off?
Quite a few.
Yeah, make sure that the coordinates is right anyway, and like the old saying is. When you get 10 feet, 15 feet from where a geocache is supposed to be, shut your GPS off and look. Where would you hide it if it was yours?
Good idea.
Yeah, so it saves a lot of time because your GPS is going to say go 5 feet this way and then 10 feet that way and then 6 feet the other way. And yeah, that would tear up the ground. Unwanted wear. Okay, do not abandon the cache. Oh, I wonder why they would abandon it. I guess if they decided to get out of geocaching and just leave it there.
People have done that, or they move out of state or something, and they don't give it away to somebody. They just leave it.
Yeah, them's the kind. If you find them, you can take them. You can claim them.
Right.
If they've been archived, they're yours. If you find them, I know a lot of people go out and pick them back up, but there's been a lot of them that haven't. And, well, one I had up there at Lockington, when I went to place that one, I found out that it was only like 4 inches from another one that was put there about 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was archived, but it was still parts of it there. I mean, the log sheet looked like it had been through World War II, and the cache was about half shot. So, but take them out when you're done with them. If you're going to archive it, remove it. Okay. If you stop maintaining a cache, remove the container, archive its listing, and explain the disposition of the cache in your archive note, or put it up for adoption or rescue. If you delist a cache on one host, but keep it on another, make sure you mention this in the archive note to prevent rescuers of active caches. Kind of got me on that one. I have to look that up and talk about it next week.
That'll give you something to talk about if we don't go geocaching again.
That's right. It's the rule. There's a lot of rules and a lot of ethics and things like that. A lot of safety and lots of rules. And it's just
something people really need to look at, read, and abide by.
It's common sense too.
Right.
And I know some geocachers don't have any common sense.
I know a few. We won't name names.
Yeah, like that. No horsing around.
That was your fault.
You told me, go down there and get it. Go down there and get it.
No, I stood at the top of that hill looking at you like you was crazy. I told you I am not going down there because that is just crazy. So you did that on your own. But
you laughed all the way. Oh, I was on my way sliding down there.
Well, watching you go down as fast as you did, it was kind of funny. So you endangered yourself. You broke a rule.
I needed 2 more feet to keep me on my feet.
Yeah, you endangered yourself on that one. You shouldn't have done that. That was crazy.
Yeah, well, that's part about being safety too. So, yeah. Let's hold that off right there for now and get into something that we was talking about last week on our travel bugs. when we mentioned that we was going to put some people's names in the randomizer. Well, it didn't work out quite as well as I thought it would.
Only 2 people sent in emails, but those 2 people get a travel bug.
That's right. They get a travel bug because they sent us an email. And we can't randomize 8 people if we're only 2.
So we still have 6 left,
That's
so
right.
we're going to try this again.
We're going to try it again. If you want a chance to win a travel bug of your own, just send us an email at radiotalkshow2013@gmail.com and tell us your geocaching name and where you're listening to this show from. Subject line, put ACB in that subject line so we know that it's not spam.
Right.
Because start getting a lot of emails from different people and it'll pick it up in the spam if I don't have you in the contact list. But I'm not putting anybody in my contact list because that all the farther that email's going is to me, and that's deadline on that one. Let's see. The next
14th.
show is the 14th. Well, the next show is 15th, 16th, 15th.
Okay.
We kind of moved our show up a little bit, to Saturday instead of Sunday. But it still gives you a chance, and it gives us a chance to be a day late. So what's the Friday?
Friday's the 14th.
The 14th. Okay. You have to have these in by the 14th to be a winner.
Of this month?
This month of November 2014. And have that in by 5 o'clock Eastern New York time. Now, I'm not going to figure out everybody's time zones, but you should know somewhere. If you're not sure what time zone difference is between where you are and where we are, send it in by Thursday to be safe.
Good idea.
So we got six more travel bugs, and we're going to do the same thing. If we get more than 6 people, we're going to randomize it for 6 people. And if not, if we only get 3 people, then those 3 people will automatically win. We have, for this week, let me check this out, and we'll get you who the 2 are that won it this week. We have Matthew, and his geocaching name is Pig, Dog, Boy and Girls, and they are listening to me from Swindon, Wiltshire, United Kingdom. Okay, so Matthew, you have won one of the travel bugs, and the other one is Smile Makers. And that's Dave, and he is from Thermopolis, Wyoming. All right. So, hey, you guys, we'll be getting those out in the mail this coming week, and I don't know how long it would take it to get to the United Kingdom, but it will get there. And so we just have to run them down to the post office and drop them off. They're already packaged up and ready to go, and it's kind of fun, we found out that 2 people, one from the United States and one from the United Kingdom, are listening to our show, and they both said that they enjoy it very much, and they both said that they like our new co-host, Crazycritter1966.
Yeah, those people are a glutton for punishment, aren't they?
That we've had a lot of comments though on the over the last week, and we ran a poll, and we got, what was it, 9 yeses for you to stay as co-host,
and not one no.
Not one no's.
I'm telling you, they like punishment.
So send us in the email, and we'll get you out of it there with that travel bug if you are a winner. Well, the way things went this week, there should be a winner. whoever sends the email will be a winner if there's no more than 6.
There's got to be at least 6. At least. Please, people. We got to get rid of these things.
Statistics show that there's more than that listening to it, so
exactly.
Why don't you want to win a travel bug? You know, I mean, it's a free travel bug. That's a $5, $6 value.
Doesn't cost you anything, and all you have to do is send in that email.
You send it in, you win, you get the travel bug, and you register it in your name and set it out there. See how far it goes. Only thing we ask about this, though, here's the catch. You don't want to hear the catch. We would like to follow that travel bug with you to see where it goes. So when you do get your travel bug, Dave and Matthew, when you get your travel bugs, send me another email with the number on it, so we can list it on our watch list and let us know. So it'd be kind of fun for us to watch something that doesn't belong to us.
There you go.
I think that'd be fun to watch where where the free travel bugs went.
Probably farther than the ones we're getting right now.
Yeah,
but hey.
maybe, you never know where it's going with that. But anyway, congratulations to both of you for the win this week, and we hope we get some more winners this next week. Okay, we're gonna run through right now. We're gonna look out Lisa and put her on here and see what she has to say for her question of the week. So, Lisa, it's your turn to talk.
We recently asked, what is your favorite drink or beverage to bring while out geocaching? Well, after tallying all the answers, we found that the vast majority, or 66% of cachers, prefer water. Coming in next was coffee and tea at 15%. Followed by a tie at 4% each for soda pops such as Mountain Dew or Pepsi, and sports drinks like Gatorade. Well, beer actually garnered 3%, and there's an honorable mention of 1% for lemonade. So here's what we heard. Carol on Facebook said, water, water, and more water. Rich on Facebook shared, coffee in the morning, Gatorade the rest of the day. And Matthew on Facebook caches a lot like I do. He said, water for those caches that are going to require a hike to reach. If I'm doing a bunch of park and grabs and it's still early in the morning, then I'll have my thermos of coffee in the car. Well, Matthew, I also will like to have a thermos of coffee or stop in at a coffee shop a little later in the day too. So it is my one addiction is coffee. Well, I do live in the Northwest, so I think that's okay. Well, as always, we really enjoyed hearing about your favorite geocaching beverages. And you can too, if you follow us, Cache Advance, on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for the geocaching question of the day. Thanks and happy caching.
Okay, then that was Lookout Lisa, and she is from cache-advance.com. Well, we got a little advertisement for her on here also, so you can hear what that was all about. Well, we got some other good news that, good news and bad news, I guess you'd say, or bad news turned into good news. No, you don't know what I'm talking about yet,
I have no idea what you're talking about yet.
Cacheface.social. Paul Suggett, Pilot Sug, is his caching name, is closing down Cacheface.social. And the reason why he's doing that is because there's just not enough people and activities going on there to keep it going. And so I know there's a lot of people on there, almost 1,000 people, but we'd still like to see him where he started him another place for geocachers to hang out. And he is on Facebook now, and if you go on Facebook and search for, let me get this address right here before I say it wrong. Okay, I'm not even going to say it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the address on the show notes below the page here where you're listening. If you're not listening, if you're listening on something else, if you go to aftercache.com and click on episode 20, there at the bottom of the the audio, there's some notes there, and I'll have that posted because there's a lot of numbers in it right now, and I believe he might be in some close future might be changing that over to a name. I had a bunch of numbers on my Facebook pages, my group pages, until I converted it into a name, like cashface.com/groups/hikerjames. And since that, we're just going to have to see. It's new. There's like 6 members on it already, and it's just been out like 2 days. And so jump on over there. Look for the address and click on it, and take you right to it. And we're wanting to see as many people on there as we have the other cashface.social. And so that took care of that. Let's see what else we got here that we can bring up real quick. Okay, we just discovered something else here while we was in the middle of it. Also on Facebook, you can go to search for friends and whatever on Cashface. Just type in Cashface.
It'll come up Cashface groups.
Yeah, it'll come up Cashface groups, and that's the one you want to go to. So yeah, that'll be easier, but I'll still put it on my notes
in case anybody misses it.
Right? Yeah, and either way, there you can get to it. It's real easy, and once you get it, put it in your saved folder, so you won't have to search for it anywhere after that. All right, we're going to go to some little bit of a break here and throw in some ads, and we will be back to continue with something else here in just a minute.
We'll be back after this commercial.
Hello, fellow geocachers. We would like to take this opportunity to introduce TravelFleas.com. We are a company devoted to expanding your fun and adventure while geocaching. It's always exciting when you discover a cache, and for many of us, it's even a bigger thrill when there's a trackable hidden inside the cache. Discovering a trackable and being able to move it along its journey involves us more in the game. Now you, your group, and your clubs can become part of the journey by attaching your own personalized travel fleas to a trackable and go along for the ride. What are travel fleas, you ask? They are brightly colored, durable metal tags personalized with your geocaching username. Instead of just signing a log and moving on, let other geocachers know who you are by attaching your personalized travel fleas tag to a trackable and join the journey. To purchase your personalized travel fleas, visit our website at travelfleas.com. Happy geocaching, the team at travelfleas.com.
This part of Geocaching Talk Show is sponsored by Cache Advance. For a full line of geocaching needs, visit their website today. They are an official Groundspeak distributor, and they have everything you need for geocaching supplies. That's www.cache-advance.com.
If you would like to donate to Aftercache, you can go to www.donateaftercache.com. There you can choose the payment type that best suits you. Any amount is appreciated, and we thank you in advance for your generous support. That's www.donateaftercache.com. Okay, we're back. And we're about 34 minutes into the show here, so that gives us 11 minutes to go. Oh, that went by fast.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Anything you want to bring up there or say? Well, what's that mean? What does that mean? I didn't understand that sign language.
No. Nothing I can think of.
Okay. Well, we I know that this show might be a little bit short today. It's kind of looking that way anyhow.
It's hard to find things to talk about when you don't get to get out and geocache.
Yeah, we didn't get out there this week, so.
Or last week.
But we might want to either warm up a little bit.
I'd even go in the cold right now.
It's only going to be like in the 30s next week sometime for pretty much all the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be a little cool on it. Of course, we're going to Florida the first week of December, and that's going to warm things up a little bit.
A little bit too much in my opinion, but oh well.
Yeah, go from 30 to 75 in one day.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not going to brag about it, and I'm not really keeping track of how long it is.
Oh, yes, you are. Don't story to them people.
Okay, so this is say the show is Saturday. That's probably when we'll put this one out, and Saturday is tomorrow. So let's see, 18 days before my retirement day, or be my last day of work.
Right.
18 days to my last day of work. 12 days of working days, which comes out to 104. Well, wait a minute, 92 hours.
But you're not keeping track.
No, I'm not keeping track of that. No. I got a calendar up at work. I'm marking it off every day. People in the office has marked off the let's see, the 26th is my last day of work, and they're marking off the 27th as the day they're going to have a party, a going away party. I said, wait. I said, the 26th is my last day. Yeah, okay. They understood that. I said, you got the party on the 27th. And I said, well, we're going to have a party after you leave.
But nobody will show up because that's the holiday.
It's a holiday. I said, well, they ain't nobody going to show up for that party because it's a holiday. So it's going to kind of be kind of fun to see how that turns out.
Oh, that should turn out well.
So anyway, yeah, not keeping track of it or anything.
No.
I only got 92 hours to work.
Not at all.
Well, I can't wait till that last day, though. At 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 hours, 4 hours.
Oh, listen to you.
Oh, boy. It's going to be different, and it's going to be probably a big adjustment.
Oh, no, it won't. You know what that'll mean?
Oh,
no working, more geocaching.
Not bad from somebody that didn't like geocaching 6 months ago.
Okay, you hooked me.
Yeah, I hooked you with the camera.
Yeah, well, it still gets me out there. What can I say?
Yeah, it does. And we haven't had any bad experiences out there.
No, not really.
It's all been good. We haven't had any sheriff or city police show up and say, "What are you doing?"
Of course, the spider webs in the face wasn't all so fun the first time I did it.
Yeah, but didn't have trouble shooting up in them trees to find them.
True. True.
It don't take long. Once you like it, you'll do it.
Wow, and I never thought that geo bug would bite me so hard.
Oh man, and we've said it over and over to everybody. Try it once, you'll be hooked.
But it took 6 months for me.
It took you 6 months, yeah. But you're from the city and I'm from the country, so I more or less enjoyed it more than you did going through the jungle.
True.
Yeah.
But I used to enjoy stuff like that when I was a kid, and then I kind of grew out of it. But I'm getting back into it a little bit.
Now I'm trying to get her to join the new Cache Face on Facebook.
You know,
I can put you on there without you even. I can just add you.
Oh, listen to you. Now, you've talked me into things I never would have thought I would have done, like the geocaching, so you're good.
Anybody wants to see her on the new Cache Face Facebook page, send us an email and tell us.
No, hey, I don't want to get outvoted again.
You'll get outvoted. You know you will. Geocachers are geo-friendly.
Very.
Yeah, I mean have you ran into any since you've been with me?
Well, the one behind the Walmart that was sitting there waiting when you got out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was real friendly, very talkative.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, And I've ran into maybe 3 or 4 of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they was the same way. They was waiting for you to come out so they wouldn't go in there and surprise you, and
Yeah.
kind of scare you off there, because you go in some of them places and somebody sneaks up behind you and say, "Hey, I'm a geocacher." Oh, wait a minute, let me
Hey, if they say they're a geocacher, it makes you feel better right away.
Yeah, it does. It's just that sudden shock, that somebody's behind you and it's like, "Hey."
Yeah, what are you doing back there, and who are you?
Hey, Terry. Stamp sorter. I know you listen to this show, and how you doing, buddy? See where you had some surgery done, and last I heard that you was doing okay, and everything went well, and we hope you get better, and take it easy, because that was not an easy surgery. So with that, I want to say hi to all our other friends out there that listen to us each week. And anybody can send us an email to win that free travel bug.
Send them in.
Send them
the
in.
emails. We
will dispose of that email after we get it, and your information anyway. We're going to send you an email back and to get your address so we can mail them out. And so then we will be deleting your email, because we don't want you to think that we're going to be bothering you all the time, sending you emails and that. And
yeah, we're not geo-stalkers.
no, we're not geo-stalkers. We're geocachers.
Big difference.
Yep, there's a big difference. All right, 41, 3 minutes left. We're going to call it the show, and that way we'll have time to say goodbye. And we hope everybody enjoyed this show. We kind of mixed it up a little bit with a little bit of everything, but unless we get some stories from somebody. Oh yeah, speaking of stories from somebody, you remember Ken, K&B? Ken,
last name.
He was Kenny Gibb.
Isn't he one of the Bee Gees?
No.
Oh no, wait, that's
wow.
That's Barry, Andy, and Robin, isn't it?
Okay. He said he used to be a co-host on one of my shows, and
oh, I remember he was a co-host on this show for a while, wasn't he? Hey, Ken.
Oh, Ken, we're just playing fun with you there. How you doing, buddy? We just had to say that. I told Crazy Critter that I was going to do that to you. So we're gonna have a story from K&B, probably the first of the week or so. For next week, hopefully. And Paul, Pilot Suggs, the one who owns the New Cache Face on Facebook.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, hi, Paul. How you doing, buddy? So, anyway, listen for that coming up in the next week and maybe 2. So, until next week, we want everybody to be safe and have a nice work week. And keep on caching and getting them smileys. So this is Hiker James and Crazy Critter 1966. See ya later.